seeing the results you expect. Maybe you're working harder than anyone you know, yet success still feels out of reach. You're not alone. So many people are stuck in the cycle of relentless hard work, but somehow they're still falling short. You keep pushing, you keep grinding, but you're just not breaking through. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. Hard work alone is not enough. It never has been. And yet, so many people buy into the idea that if they just push harder, work longer, they'll finally make it. But that's not how success works. Today, I'm going to help you break free from that trap. This isn't just about working more hours, burning out, and hoping things change. No, it's about understanding why hard work alone doesn't cut it and what you can do to turn things around. If you're tired, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, giving it your all, and yet you're still not being stuck? If you're ready for real, lasting change, stay with me. We're about to take a deep dive into what truly makes the difference between working hard and actually succeeding. You're about to learn how to stop wasting energy and start seeing the results you deserve. Let's make today the day everything changes. We've all been there, putting in long hours, pushing through exhaustion, hoping that our hard work will eventually pay off. But let me tell you something, hard work alone is not enough. Too many people believe that the key to success is simply about grinding harder day in and day out. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that the longer you work, the more you'll achieve. But here's the truth, effort without direction is just wasted energy. If you're not careful, you can work yourself into the ground without ever seeing the success you want. Hard work is a vital part of the equation, but it's not the whole equation. There's more to it, and if you want real success, you need to understand that there's a better way. How many of you have had days where you worked your tail off, only to look up at the end of the day and realize you didn't accomplish what you set out to do? That's busyness, not productivity, and there's a big difference between the two. Busyness is about being in motion, constantly doing something. But productivity, that's about making progress, moving the needle, and doing what matters. If you're always busy but never seem to make any real headway, it's time to stop and ask yourself, am I really working on the right things? Am I making progress or just spinning my wheels? Focus on the actions that move you closer to your goals, not just the ones that keep you occupied. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at someone else's success and thought, it seems so much easier for them? Maybe they started at a different time, maybe they have more resources, or maybe it just feels like everything they touch turns to gold. I get it. It's easy to think that other people have some secret advantage. But here's the hard truth. There's always more going on behind the scenes than you can see. External forces like timing, luck, or even privilege play a part in everyone's journey. The key isn't to compare yourself to others. Instead, it's to focus on your own unique path. Stop wasting energy wondering why things are easier for someone else. Your journey is different, and that's where your power lies. Now let's get to the real game changer, strategy. Hard work is the fuel, but strategy is the vehicle that gets you where you want to go. You wouldn't drive a car without a map, right? So why are you treating your goals any differently? Too many people waste their energy on brute force, pushing, grinding, working harder without a clear plan. They burn out, frustrated, wondering why they're not seeing the results. But when you add strategy to the mix, everything changes. A smart plan helps you direct your effort, giving you a clear route to follow. With the right strategy, you're not just working hard, you're working smart. You're moving forward with purpose and clarity. So ask yourself, do you have a clear strategy for your goals? Or are you just burning through effort without direction? Here's the secret to making real progress: working smarter, not harder. It's time to rethink your approach to effort. Most people think that success is all about putting in more hours, doing more tasks, and stretching themselves thinner. But the truth is, the quality of your work matters more than the quantity. You don't need to work yourself into the ground. You need to focus on what actually drives results. Start by identifying the key activities that will push you closer to your goals and prioritize those. Cut out the distractions, the tasks that drain you without giving you anything in return. Focus your energy on the highest leverage actions and give them your full attention. Working smarter means being intentional with your effort. It's about getting the most out of every moment, so you don't just work more, you work better. Your mindset is the silent force shaping every action, every decision, every outcome in your life. It's invisible, yet its power is undeniable. The way you think influences how you face challenges, how you handle failure, and how you see success. So let me ask you, what kind of mindset are you operating with? Do you believe that success is something you can achieve, or do you think it's reserved for others? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to mindset. If you believe you're capable of change and growth, you're already on the right path. But if you let negative thoughts, self-doubt, or fear control your thinking, then you'll stay stuck. Your mindset is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. So take a moment and evaluate it. Ask yourself if your mindset is helping you move forward or holding you back. The first step in winning is understanding that everything starts in your mind. There are two types of mindsets: the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. And let me tell you, these mindsets determine everything about how you approach your goals. A growth mindset believes that intelligence, talent, and abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. With a growth mindset, setbacks are not failures, they're opportunities to learn and improve. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and always seek out ways to get better. On the other hand, a fixed mindset believes that intelligence and talent are static, that you're either born with it or you're not. When someone with a fixed mindset faces a challenge, they may shy away or quit because they don't believe they can improve. The truth is, your mindset is a choice. You can choose to see challenges as obstacles, or you can choose to see them as opportunities to grow. When you embrace a growth mindset, you unlock your true potential. You stop limiting yourself and start expanding. So ask yourself, which mindset are you living with? Is it the mindset that lifts you up and propels you forward, or is it the one that keeps you stuck in the same place? Let me be blunt. The biggest thing holding you back from success isn't external circumstances. It's your own limiting beliefs. These are the invisible chains that keep you from stepping into your power, taking action, and achieving what you're capable of. You've heard the voices in your head. I'm not good enough. I'll never be successful. This is too hard for me. But here's the thing. Those beliefs aren't truth. They're lies that you've allowed to take root in your mind. And until you break free from them, they will control your actions and hold you back from reaching your potential. Think about this. Every successful person, every person who has ever achieved greatness, has had to confront their limiting beliefs. They've had to push through the fear, the doubt, and the insecurity to make it to the other side. So what's holding you back? Is it the belief that you're not enough? Is it fear of failure or rejection? Whatever it is, it's time to confront those beliefs. It's time to break those chains. You are not defined by your past, and you are not limited by your circumstances. The only thing holding you back is what you believe about yourself. So what's it going to be? Are you going to continue letting these beliefs control you, or are you ready to let them go and embrace your true potential? Here's a truth you need to hear. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to it. Every person who has ever achieved anything significant has faced setbacks, obstacles, and failures along the way. The difference is in how they bounce back. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, to keep going when things get tough, and to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth. You see, setbacks aren't the end of the road. They're part of the process. They're the lessons that help you build strength, wisdom, and experience. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but the real test comes when the road gets rough. That's when your resilience matters most. When you face failure or disappointment, are you going to quit, or are you going to dig in, learn from it, and come back stronger? Let me tell you something. The greatest achievements in history were not achieved by those who never failed. They were achieved by those who refused to quit after they did. Resilience is about having the grit to keep going, the courage to face failure head on, and the belief that you can rise again, no matter how many times you fall. So if you're in the middle of a setback right now, don't give up. This is just the beginning of your comeback. Let's get real for a moment. Success isn't a straight line. It's messy. It's full of failures, lessons, and growth. And that's okay, because every failure is a step forward. Here's the secret. Fail, learn, grow, repeat. That's the process. Each time you fail, you're not falling behind. You're getting closer to success. The key is to not be afraid of failure, but to embrace it. Learn from it, grow from it, and then do it again. Every time you fall, you gain more knowledge, more experience, and more strength. So don't be afraid to fail, because each failure is just a lesson on the road to success. Keep going, keep learning, keep growing, and one day you'll look back and realize that your greatest strength came from all the times you stumbled, got back up, and kept moving forward. Fail, learn, grow, repeat. This is how you build progress, and this is how you ultimately win. Focus is everything. It's the difference between being busy and being productive. It's the difference between spinning your wheels and actually getting where you want to go. Right now, I want you to think about how often you get distracted. How many times a day does your mind wander? How many tasks are you juggling at once? When you're all over the place, you're not making any real progress. The truth is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours separates the achievers from the dreamers. Focus is the game changer you're missing. Without it, you're wasting time and energy on things that don't move you forward. When you can concentrate on what truly matters, everything else falls into place. Your results improve, your clarity sharpens, and your actions become aligned with your goals. So stop and ask yourself, what are you truly focused on? If it's not your top priority, it's time to change that. Focus isn't just a nice to have, it's an absolute necessity for success. Let's talk about time management for a second. Everyone talks about it, right? We're all told we need to manage our time better. But here's the truth, time management isn't enough. What you really need is energy management. Time is fixed, there's only so much of it in a day. But your energy, that's a whole different story. Your energy is the fuel that drives every task, every decision, every action. You can't be productive if you're drained or scattered. You can't be at your best if you don't manage your energy well. Think about it. Have you ever felt like you were busy all day, but at the end of it, you didn't accomplish anything meaningful? That's because you were putting your energy into the wrong things. Effective energy management means knowing when your energy is at its peak and scheduling your most important tasks during those times. It means protecting your energy, not just your time. Time will slip away no matter what, but how you manage your energy determines whether you make the most of that time or waste it. Let me introduce you to a concept that can change the way you approach work forever. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It's simple. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. That's right. Most of what you're doing each day is not driving results. So why waste time on things that don't matter? Instead, focus on the 20% of activities that truly move the needle. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. You've got to identify the tasks that yield the biggest results and prioritize them. For example, maybe 20% of your clients bring in 80% of your revenue, or maybe 20% of your habits create 80% of your personal growth. Whatever it is, find the key areas that are driving the majority of your success, and put most of your effort there. The 80-20 rule teaches you to eliminate distractions and focus on what actually matters. By maximizing those 20% of actions that yield the biggest return, you achieve more with less effort. So ask yourself, what's your 20%? Find it, focus on it, and let everything else fall to the side. You want to know one of the most powerful skills you can develop? The ability to say no. Saying no is not selfish, it's necessary. Your time and energy are limited resources, and if you don't protect them, others will take them from you. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you're saying no to your goals, your health, your happiness. It's that simple. Saying no isn't just about turning down meetings or requests, it's about setting boundaries. It's about protecting what's most important to you. Let me tell you something, no one respects your time until you do. If you're constantly saying yes to everything and everyone, you'll burn out, lose focus, and end up doing a lot of things that don't matter. It's okay to say no. It's okay to protect your time. And let me tell you, the more you practice saying no, the more room you'll create for the things that truly matter. Start saying no today and watch your focus and energy soar. Now, here's where everything comes together. Focused actions are the key to creating unstoppable momentum. Momentum is that force that propels you forward, even when you're tired, even when things get hard. And the way you build momentum is by taking focused, intentional actions every single day. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a train. At first, it takes a lot of effort to get it moving. The track is rough and the engine has to push hard. But as the train picks up speed, it becomes unstoppable. It's the same with your goals. At first, it might feel like you're pushing a heavy load, like the path is tough and progress is slow. But if you stay focused, if you keep taking those small, deliberate steps, you will eventually build momentum. And once that momentum starts, it's nearly impossible to stop. The key is consistency. The key is to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Each focused action you take is another link in the chain of success. You don't have to do it all at once. You just need to stay focused, keep moving forward, and watch as momentum builds in your favor. The actions you take today will create the momentum that pushes you toward success tomorrow. Keep going, keep focusing, keep taking those steps, and nothing will be able to stop you. Let me ask you this. What are you doing every day? What are your daily habits? Because whether you realize it or not, those habits are shaping your future. Your habits are the foundation of your success. They are the small actions that compound into something bigger over time. People often look at successful individuals and think they got lucky, but that's not it. They built a life of success by making small, positive decisions every single day. It's the little things that matter. You don't need to make giant leaps. You don't need to change everything overnight. What you need are small, consistent changes that add up over time. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success comes from big moments or grand actions, but those moments are built from the tiny decisions you make each day. Whether it's how you wake up, how you eat, how you work, those habits form the blueprint for your life. Start by changing one thing today, one habit, and watch how that small shift starts to ripple through every part of your life. Small changes lead to big wins, and those wins, they will change everything. Changing habits is hard. No one's gonna lie to you about that. It's not gonna happen overnight, but do you know why it's so difficult? It's all about the psychology of change. Your brain is wired to seek comfort. It wants routine. It wants familiarity. When you try to change, you're forcing your brain to step out of that comfort zone. And that's where the resistance comes in. Your brain doesn't want to work hard. It doesn't want to make new connections. It wants to stick with what's easy. That's why breaking habits feels like a battle. You're not just fighting your willpower, you're fighting your brain's natural instincts. But here's the thing, it can be done. You can retrain your brain. The key is repetition. The more you practice a new habit, the easier it becomes. Your brain starts to recognize that new behavior is the new normal, and suddenly, it's not as hard anymore. You're no longer fighting yourself. So don't get discouraged when breaking old habits feels tough. Understand that this struggle is part of the process. Every time you push through that resistance, you're rewiring your brain to make success a little bit easier. The question isn't whether you can build new habits. The real question is, how do you build habits that actually help you achieve your goals? First, let's acknowledge something. It's not about willpower. It's not about sheer force of determination. It's about making the process as easy and as rewarding as possible. Start small. Set yourself up for success by choosing habits that are achievable right out of the gate. If you want to get fit, don't aim to work out for an hour every day right away. Start with 10 minutes a day. If you want to eat healthier, don't overhaul your entire diet in one go. Start by swapping one unhealthy snack for something better. When you build habits this way, you start to create a pattern of success. You build confidence, and that momentum helps you take bigger steps toward your goal. Next, be specific. Vague goals like "I want to exercise more" won't get you anywhere. Commit to a specific time, place, and type of activity. The more specific you are, the more likely you'll stick with it. And finally, track your progress. Your brain loves rewards. Every time you complete a habit, celebrate that win. This reinforces the positive behavior and makes it more likely to stick. Empowering habits don't just happen, they're built over time. But with the right approach, you'll get there. You'll be amazed at what happens when your habits align with your goals. Consistency is the quiet force behind every success story. It's the unsung hero. While most people are waiting for a breakthrough moment or the right circumstances, the successful ones are working day in and day out, showing up consistently. Consistency is the difference between people who talk about their goals and people who achieve them. Think about it. It's not the grand gestures that get you results. It's the small, repeated actions over time. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Let me tell you something. There are going to be days when it feels like you're not making any progress. But let me assure you, consistency is like planting a seed. You won't see the results immediately, but that doesn't mean the growth isn't happening. Every small step you take is like watering that seed. Over time, it'll start to grow into something real. The beauty of consistency is that it's sustainable. It's the key to long-term success. Show up every day. Keep doing the work, even when no one is watching. The results will come. I promise you, consistency is the key that unlocks doors you didn't even know existed. Think of your habits like the roots of a tree. They're invisible, but they determine the strength and stability of everything above the surface. Just like a tree's roots anchor it to the earth, your habits anchor you to your goals. If your habits are weak, everything you build on top of them will be unstable. If your habits are strong, everything you build will have a solid foundation. Your growth, your success, everything depends on the strength of those roots. So, what kind of roots are you planting? If you want a healthy tree, you need to start with healthy roots. If you want a strong life, you need to build strong, empowering habits. The habits you cultivate today are the foundation of your future success. They shape how you respond to challenges, how you handle stress, and how you grow over time. It might feel like your habits are small, insignificant actions, but let me tell you, they are the roots that will either support or undermine your growth. Invest in them, strengthen them, and watch as the life you've always wanted begins to grow from the solid foundation you've built. Have you ever been caught in a situation where your emotions got the best of you? You felt anger, frustration, or fear, and suddenly everything spiraled out of control. Let me tell you something, that moment could have been your turning point, your opportunity to master yourself. Emotional intelligence isn't just about staying calm when things go wrong. It's about understanding your emotions, controlling them, and using them to guide your decisions. When you master your emotions, you master your life. Think about the most successful people you know. They're not always the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're the ones who have learned to control their emotional responses. They're the ones who don't let fear hold them back or let anger cloud their judgment. They stay grounded. When you understand and manage your emotions, you stop reacting impulsively. You make better decisions. You build stronger relationships. You turn setbacks into comebacks. Emotional intelligence isn't a nice to have, it's a must have. And the best part, it's something you can learn. But it starts with you. It starts with the choice to control your emotions rather than letting them control you. Stress and pressure are a part of life. You can't avoid them. They're going to show up, whether it's at work, at home, or in any area of your life. The question is, how do you handle them? How you react to stress and pressure determines your outcome. If you fold, if you crumble, if you let those pressures break you, you'll never reach your full potential. But if you can stand tall, if you can stay calm under pressure, you will thrive. It's not the circumstances that dictate your success, it's your response to those circumstances. Think about a time you faced pressure. Maybe it was a difficult deadline, a major life change, or a tough conversation. How did you react? Did you lose control of your emotions and let that stress dictate your actions? Or did you stay focused, think clearly, and handle the situation with grace? The key to thriving under pressure is emotional intelligence. It's learning to recognize your stress triggers, stay present in the moment, and control your reactions. The next time pressure mounts, remember this: it's not about avoiding stress, it's about learning to rise above it. Your response will determine your success. No one achieves success alone. If you want to win in life, you need strong relationships. And the foundation of any strong relationship is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about connecting with people on a deeper level, listening to them, and understanding their emotions and needs. When you show empathy, you build trust, you build respect, you build meaningful connections that will help you in every area of your life. Think about the people who are closest to you. Chances are they're the ones who truly listen to you, who understand you, and who support you when you need it. Now, ask yourself, how often do I show that same level of empathy toward others? Relationships are at the heart of success. Whether it's with colleagues, clients, friends, or family, the ability to empathize with others is crucial. When you understand people's emotions, you can communicate better, collaborate more effectively, and inspire those around you. So take a moment to think about how you're showing up in your relationships. Are you listening? Are you understanding? Because success isn't just about what you know or what you do, it's about who you connect with along the way. Success isn't built on instant rewards. It's built on the ability to delay gratification. Think about it. How many times have you been tempted to take the easy route, to give in to immediate pleasure, only to regret it later? The most successful people aren't those who seek immediate rewards. They're the ones who can hold off, who can delay the satisfaction knowing that the real rewards come later. Self-discipline is the ability to make choices that will benefit you in the long term, even if it means passing up short-term pleasure. It's the ability to put in the work now and enjoy the benefits later. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, staying focused when distractions arise, or sticking to your plan despite temptation, self-discipline is the muscle that keeps you moving forward. And just like any muscle, it gets stronger with practice. The more you exercise it, the easier it becomes to make those tough decisions that lead to lasting success. Delaying gratification isn't easy, but it's essential. The success you want is on the other side of self-discipline. Are you willing to put in the work today for the rewards tomorrow? Because lasting success doesn't come from what you do in a moment, it comes from the discipline you practice over time. Have you ever found yourself stuck in the endless loop of "I'll do it tomorrow"? You know what needs to be done, but something always stops you from taking that first step. You start thinking about everything you need to do, and instead of getting started, you get overwhelmed and end up doing nothing. Let me tell you something, that feeling isn't unique to you. Most people fail to take action because they're trapped in the cycle of procrastination. They wait for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or until they feel like they're fully ready. But here's the truth. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you'll never get started. Procrastination isn't just a habit, it's a mindset. It's the belief that you're not good enough yet, that you don't have everything figured out, that you need more time or more resources. But none of that matters. The real question is, what are you going to do right now? Action is the antidote to procrastination. It doesn't matter how small that action is. What matters is that you start. Break the cycle of hesitation. Take that first step, because success doesn't wait for perfection. It rewards action. Let me ask you this, how many times have you held back because you wanted everything to be perfect before you took action? Maybe you wanted to start that project or launch that idea, but you kept waiting for the perfect plan. Newsflash, there is no perfect plan. There's only action, and action leads to growth. Let me tell you something powerful. Imperfect action is the key to progress. It's easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis, to overthink every little detail. But here's the reality. Waiting for perfection only holds you back. There will always be something you don't know, something you're unsure about, or some unknown variable. But here's the secret. The people who succeed aren't the ones who waited for everything to be perfect. They're the ones who took action in spite of the uncertainty. They took the first step, learned along the way, and kept moving forward. You will never have everything figured out from the start. The key is to begin. Start messy, start imperfect, but start. And in the process, you'll figure out what works, what doesn't, and how to make it better. Stop waiting for the right moment. It's now. You've felt it before. the resistance, the urge to quit before you even begin. The voices in your head telling you it's too hard, it's too much, or that you're not good enough. Resistance is the wall standing between you and your success. But let me tell you something. Resistance is not your enemy. It's a sign that you're on the right track. If you're feeling resistance, that means you're about to break through. Success doesn't come easy. If it did, everyone would be successful. But only those who push through resistance, those who refuse to let doubt and fear control them, break down the wall and make it to the other side. Every time you push past resistance, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to give in to fear, you build your confidence. And every time you keep going, no matter how hard it gets, you get closer to your goal. The wall of resistance is real, but it's not permanent. On the other side of that wall is everything you've been working for. Keep going, don't stop, push through, because that's where the success you've been waiting for is. Success isn't just about big flashy moments. It's built on the small wins that add up over time. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's tiny, barely noticeable, but as it rolls it gathers more snow, it grows, and before you know it, it's unstoppable. That's what momentum is. It's the power of small actions, repeated consistently, that build into something massive. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you're creating momentum. Every small win, every little victory is pushing you toward your bigger goals. But here's the thing, most people give up too soon. They expect instant results and get discouraged when they don't see immediate progress. But let me tell you something, big victories don't happen overnight. They happen because you show up, take action, and keep moving forward. No matter how small the steps are, celebrate those small wins. Use them to fuel your drive, because every little step you take is a step closer to your bigger goals. Building momentum takes time, but once it's in motion, let me leave you with this powerful idea. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Too many of us get caught up in the idea that success is about burning ourselves out, putting in endless hours, and fighting against the clock. But here's the truth. Working harder doesn't guarantee success. What it guarantees is exhaustion. If you want to achieve lasting success, it's time to stop focusing on working harder and start focusing on working smarter. Think about the things that truly move the needle in your life. What tasks, what habits, what actions are actually going to get you closer to your goal? It's about efficiency, not effort. It's about doing the right things at the right time. You've got to be strategic with your energy. Success isn't just about grinding away. It's about making the right moves consistently with purpose. The secret to lasting success lies in working smarter, not harder. I want you to understand something important. The life you want is a choice. Yes, a choice. We often spend too much time waiting for life to happen to us, or for the right opportunities to magically appear. But let me tell you, life doesn't hand you your dreams on a silver platter. It's up to you to choose your path, to decide what you want, and then to take action to make it a reality. The question is, are you ready to make that choice? Are you ready to stop letting fear, doubt, and uncertainty hold you back? You have the power within you to shape your future, but you have to choose it. You have to decide that your goals, your dreams, and your success are worth fighting for. The life you want won't come to you. It's something you have to go after every single day. So I'll ask you again, are you ready to make the choice to create the life you've always dreamed of? Now is the time. Right now. No more waiting. No more excuses. The power to change your life, to take control of your destiny, is in your hands. Every moment you delay is another moment lost. Let me tell you something. You have everything you need right now to start moving toward your dreams. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need all the answers. And you certainly don't need to wait for someone else to make it happen. You just need to take that first step, and then the next, and then the next. The road to success is built by the actions you take today. It's time to stop hoping for change and start making it happen. Take control, decide what you want, and then do whatever it takes to get there. It won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. Your future starts today, so don't wait. Start right now and begin building the life you've always dreamed of. You've got this.